Welcome to Season 7, the NGO Grit. This season, Just Talk Therapy podcast brings you the stories of some amazing people who dedicated their time, money, energy, almost everything selflessly just for a cause. They held humanity first and thus made a difference in the society in their own ways. Today, we have a wonderful guest from Mumbai, India. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you.
And this is Mrs. Sona Kumar. And thank you for taking out time. And if you could just share a little about yourself and the NGO that you are working.
Yes, I was working for Reserve Bank of India. I took BRS, and after taking BRS, I was just sitting at home. I got depressed because I was used to do work whole day, and the depression became so severe that I literally used to commit suicide, literally. And then I went to a homeopathic doctor. She suggested, why don't you start some social work? I said, I don't know how to start. I called the vegetable vendors' children home, and what they did, they rang bell of each and every flat, and they ran away. And I got a notice from the society. So I
Oh,
don't know how to start the social work. Then she suggested you go to railway station, and then there some volunteers come and they teach these small vendors who sell articles in the train, shoe shine and other things. I said, okay. I started going over there, and from there my journey started, and now there is no looking back.
wow. And you have a very valid point also because it's very difficult to start anything if you don't have any guidelines available. And that to social work, it's like hats off to all the people who are engaged in activities for the society. So, like, hats off to you, ma'am, for starting such a strong and amazing journey. Besides your doctor advising you, what was your support system like?
Support my family and my friends supported me. So they knew I was in deep depression, and they were really fed up of me because, every time I would think of committing suicide. So when I spoke to my family and friends, they really welcomed me and said, yes, yes, go ahead, start this. And then once I was passing by a slum area, some kids were praying over there. And then, we started interacting with them. I said, what do you want to become when you grow big? He said, he pointed to a man who was wearing, gold chain and all that. He pointed to him. I said, I want to be like him. And he was underworld.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So, I was shocked. I said, these kids see them, having bikes and gold chain and gold bracelets. So they think this is the only way of earning. Otherwise, doctors and other things, it's out of their range, out of their mind. Because these people are illiterate and still they earn a lot.
correct.
So then I thought it's better to change their mindset to show them another path through which they can have a better life.
That's true
So we
because,
started,
yeah,
so we
yes.
started moral classes for them.
Okay. And what is that?
We would play games with them, and then we would teach them manners. Suppose I gave a sweet to 5 kids, and then afterwards I would say, "अरे मेरे तो sweet खत्म हो गई, अभी मैं क्या करूं?" Then one boy raised his hand. Nani, we can share ours with the remaining people. This is what I wanted. And from there, they learned to share. And when he passed on his sweet, I gave him double.
Okay. So, like you inculcated the concept of sharing and learning in the process that how
Yes,
important these values are.
yes, yes.
That,
So then, we would tell them moral stories, and then how there are two children. One is very playful, other one pays attention to the studies. Both of them grow up. One breaks he's working as a laborer. He's making roads, and another friend who is of the same age, he becomes engineer because he studied hard. So he is earning 10 times more than this fellow. So what would you like to become? So, yes, yes, we want to become like an engineer, not a laborer.
okay.
Yeah. So through these small stories, we would encourage them to come to classes. Then we found out that many of them would fall sick, and then they would, miss classes, and then of course fail and all that. Then we started paying attention to their studies, their health, and their happiness. We celebrate their birthdays. Most of them don't even have their birth certificate. So, we would ask their mother, आपका बच्चा कब पैदा हुआ था? और जब गणपति आया था ना, वो 6 साल पहले तभी आया पैदा हुआ था. So now we have to look back 6 years back when Ganpati was.
To relate it to some occasion.
Yeah. So, we started celebrating their birthday on a monthly basis. All those kids who have birthday in a month, they would come and cut cake, and then they would get gifts. We would arrange, special menu of their favorite foods. So, they enjoy coming to classes. They have fun, they laugh. We have art and craft classes. Whoever wants to teach anything is welcome. They have dance on the stages, SK College, Bhaidas Hall. 5 of my kids were chosen in JJ School of Art for workshops. They have been given certificate by the dean of the JJ school. So,
Wonderful.
we have had good fun together.
That's really sweet of you. And do you work alone or like how do you
Um,
function when you interact with the
I
kids?
have I have 6 more trustees,
Okay.
but as usual in a trust, it's one man show.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah, yeah. Others do support. I do agree. Others do support. For example, one trustee would provide us interns. They would come and they would volunteer to sit and teach kids. And then another trustee would help us get medical camps. Third volunteer would help us get donation. Fourth volunteer would help us he got us food, I think, worth of lakhs during COVID. Lakhs. Every day we used to get 800 neatly packed lunch and dinner.
Okay.
So, these people do contribute, but I go there personally almost every day. Of course, this past 2 years I haven't been there much because it was declared as a red zone. Our area was declared as a red zone, Anandanagar in
Okay.
Andheri West.
Mm-hmm.
So they tell me, Auntie, please don't come. So since past 2 years, I have hardly visited. You can say 10 to 12 times. Otherwise, I used to go there every day of the week as long as I was in Mumbai.
So your team,
Mm.
like indirectly, they take care of the volunteering, medical camps,
Yes.
the donation part, organizing what is needed as per the situation. And you
Mm.
are like the face of your own team, wherein you are interacting directly with the kids.
Yes.
That's great, ma'am. When you are interacting, I'm sure you must be experiencing Something which you can recollect and if you can share with us?
Yeah, I saw one girl who was, you know, uh, sitting with very sullen face. I asked her, sir, what's the matter? Nothing, nothing. Then I asked her, said, don't worry, I will not say a word to anyone. Then she said, my father has threatened me in case I don't complete my work at home, he would thrash me. So, I couldn't come to class for 3 days because I just couldn't finish. Her mother and father both were working and she was alone going to school and looking after three younger brothers and sisters and doing all the household chores. So she was saying, I'm really scared of my dad. Then I called her dad and I spoke to him. I said, what's this? You can't threaten a child. He
True.
said, okay, I'm sorry. I will not do it again. We keep on counseling parents also. So after that, it all became all right. And then she said, Nani, this is the only place we can come and laugh. In case we laugh at home, we are slapped. If we laugh in the school, we are punished. This is the only place, where we can laugh and then no one punishes us, no one slaps us. I was feeling so happy. It really moved me to tears.
It is actually listening to you also. I can feel that goosebumps. Like what, you know, safe zone and the place you have created to give such a beautiful experience to the kids who otherwise would have been deprived of. And it is their right to be happy.
Yes, it is their right to be happy.
True. It's like it is a very challenging situation at ground level. It is very, very difficult. So, have you handled any tough parents?
Yes. Once a mother came and complained to me, आप लोग बच्चों को क्या खिलाते हो, कौन सी दवाई देते हो, मेरे बच्चे के गले में गांठ आई है. So I told her, I said, why don't you go to doctor? She said, okay. Next day, they went to doctor. I asked the child, क्या बोला डॉक्टर ने? डॉक्टर ने कुछ टेस्ट करने के लिए बोला. तो मैंने बोला कब टेस्ट कराएगा? कल टेस्ट कराऊंगा. I kept on asking for 2-3 days. Then I asked her, how long will it take for you to get the test? जब मेरे पिताजी को पगार मिलेगी तभी. Now it was 1 full month. Then I said, okay, how much will it cost? About 2,000. I gave him money. I said, you get the test done tomorrow and then you find out. बोलते okay. तो दूसरे दिन से मैंने फिर उससे पूछा, वो बोलते टेस्ट किया है, रिपोर्ट अभी नहीं आई, रिपोर्ट में टाइम लगेगा. Finally we found out. Then I consulted my own friend. She saw the test report. She said he is having tuberculosis. I'm suspecting he's having tuberculosis. So you get that test also done. So then again I told that boy, so you get this tuberculosis test done. And it was confirmed that he had tuberculosis. Then I told his mother, we are giving calcium and multivitamin, which will never cause
Any
TB.
lump, right?
Moreover, I have 27 more kids. Your own 2 kids come to my class. Only one child has got lump in his throat. Other 27 are okay. Then after that, his treatment started. He's cured. And we got him, he did only his 10th. We ensure that they pass out at least 10. They don't drop out. After 10th, we have no control over them because they go to college, they don't come to us. Only few of them come to us. And some of the girls, 2 girls, they cleared BCom with 90%.
That's great. Congratulations to you, ma'am.
Yeah. And even my own servant son used to come and teach them accounts. And that girl got 86% in accounts. I was so happy. And then she wanted to become an IAS officer. She was studying for UPSC papers, exams, but her parents forced her to get married. So this last 10th, she got married in a village, Bihar.
Oh,
So the story ended. Now I'm trying to get in touch with the girl that in case her in-laws allow her to continue her studies.
but I'm sure with whatever education she has, she will manage better and will be an asset to her family.
Yes.
And any low
And
moments, because we are dealing with people who have struggles and pain in their life, but then keeping that aside, I know you mentioned that you, after leaving the work scenario, you had undergone depression. But besides that, ma'am, if you have anything to share with our listeners, because how did you cope individually?
at a
Yes, ma'am.
personal level, that after that depression, I never had any problem in my life. I'm telling you, this social work has healed me inside, outside. Now, when people look at my face, they are amazed. They said, we saw you 20 years back, you look the same person. Although at this age, people keep on aging faster, but there's so much of, you can say, happiness on your face that, you know, you look very happy and healthy. I really feel very nice. And I really feel I'm the happiest person on this earth now. Of course, there are low moments, like, we had medical camp in this area when it was declared as red zone. So we had arranged for 5 days camp. So after 3 days, some miscreants, started coming in a group and they said, आप लोग तो बीमारी फैला रहे हो, आप लोग हमको हॉस्पिटल में भेज के आप हमको मार दोगे, ये करोगे, वो करोगे. And then, they started pelting stones and all that. Doctors and even police people refused to come next day. I said, हम दो हैं, ये 200 हैं. हम लोग कहाँ इनको झेलेंगे?
Okay.
So we had to abort our camp after 3 days. Then we started giving homeopathy medicines to those who came to us.
So it was like there's always a pro and con in every work.
Yes.
True.
My teachers have also done a wonderful job. You won't believe. Throughout lockdown, we would distribute almost every day ration and food to people. My teachers would spend whole night packing the food and guarding it because it was an open area. They couldn't, trust anyone at night, जैसे क्या अगर कल को कोई आके उठा के ले गया राशन. They would sit overnight and the next day they would distribute the ration kit. And then after 3-4 days, another club member would come and request, हमको इतना 100 kit देना है, आप ले लोगे? I would ask my teacher, you must be tired. Shall I say no? नहीं मत बोलना नानी, यहाँ पर लोगों को बहुत जरूरत है. And they would go to such an extent, they would mark, Aadhaar card, so that, people don't get it again and again. Because, we were told that politicians, chamchas, get the whole ration to their house and then other people don't get the benefit. So, they would sit and make list of Aadhaar card, their names and their flat numbers. Hardly one or two family might have got double or more triple. That's all. In case, they have submitted as different Aadhaar card. But in 2 years, to get twice or thrice is not a crime. So, and when this vaccination problem arrived, people didn't know how to give OTP also. So my teacher would hold their mobile in her hand, risk her health and life, and then she would register them for vaccination. Then she would find slot. She would sleep. She would be awake till midnight to get the slot, and then she would find a slot. Hardly, we would get for many days. We struggled. Then finally, I said, okay, you make a list of urgent people who want job to be done, so we'll get them vaccinated at Nanavati. After that, we started getting, help from other people also, other centers also, Cooper Hospital, our Warsaw Center, Oshiwara Center. So, they would call us, अच्छा आज 5 भेज दो, अच्छा आज 10 भेज दो, आज 7 भेज दो. So, every day she would make lists, she would call people. Those people would not even pick up the call. Their mobile would be switched off. And then till late night, she would work and she would call them. She would give them direction. Again, she would be called. अच्छा दीदी ये हमको पता नहीं है कहाँ पर जाएं, लेफ्ट जाएं कि राइट जाएं. I'm telling you, my teachers have done such a wonderful job. I was at home for 2 years. I used to ask them every day. First, they even had to go to police station because people around started surrounding them. हमको राशन दो, हमको राशन दो. उन्होंने बोला कि भी हमारे पास में जो लिस्ट है हम लोग उसके हिसाब से जा रहे हैं. आप हमारा अभी लिस्ट में नाम लिख दो ना, अभी लिखो, हम लोग अभी आए हैं ना, हमको अभी चाहिए, हमको अभी चाहिए. There was so much of fight that, they had to call the police. Police, they had to give 25 kids to the police. We got about 300 100 kids. Out of that, 25 went to the police. I told them, I said, shall I come to the police station? नहीं नानी आप मत आओ, आंटी आप मत आओ, हम लोग हैंडल कर लेंगे, हम लोग हैंडल कर लेंगे. I'm really telling you, although these teachers live in slum, but they have really worked during this period like a slave, I'm telling you. Overnight, they would keep awake and they would help these people. Hats off to them. I didn't do any work except for coordinating at home.
It's like very
I
hard
didn't
to,
do.
yeah, it's very heartwarming to listen to this. And from my side and from all the listeners' side, like I would like to say thank you to all the teachers for being an angel of hope, guidance, and support at that crucial time. So it's like, ma'am, please convey our thanks to them in person.
Sure, you have met them.
Yes, I do
Yes,
recollect.
you have met them. Two of them you have met.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
those teachers are mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is just to add that yes, I have been in touch with Mrs. Sona Kumar, and I know she is a lovely lady. And ma'am, if anyone wants to connect with you, how should they do? I
They
will be
can
sharing.
WhatsApp me. They
Okay.
can WhatsApp me. They can send email, and I'm there. I normally pick up every call unless and until it is marked as spam. I call them back in case I can't pick up their call. Even if I'm abroad, I would call someone. I would tell someone to find out who was that person. Did he need any help or did he want to help us? So I always call back.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Uh,
people are always welcome.
ma'am, if you can share the WhatsApp number, if it's
Yes,
possible.
it is. Yeah, it is 98201 95874. Is it clear?
Okay. So I hope everyone has noted down in case if you want to connect with Mrs. Sona Kumar and would like to help in her work, as in being a volunteer or guiding in any ways on you're spreading her work on social media, then please do connect. The number is 98201 95874. You may WhatsApp her. She will reply back.
Thank
And
you, Hina.
ma'am, before I end today's conversation and so much inspiration I've got, like I would really like to meet you again soon. What is it that you would like to tell people?
In case you want to be happy, help others. Getting things from market, getting bigger cars, getting bigger aeroplanes. I'm telling you, it won't help you more than few days. After that, you want bigger aeroplane, you want a bigger palace, you want a bigger car. Everything keeps on, increasing. We keep on increasing our demands. So once you start doing the social work, you know where the other, how other people are living. So then you feel you are much better off than millions of people. And making one person happy, you will feel happy for days together. Not only that, it will change your life.
That is wonderful, ma'am, and it's so true that if we spread happiness and make happiness contagious, life and society all will be so much in peace. And any last word for the youth, especially?
You have all the talent. Come and spread. We need it. Our children, slum children, need it most. Please do come and help. Our children made some science project, but when our trustees came and saw, they found many faults. I feel when young people come and teach them, they will do much better work. I need your help. Please do come forward. We will issue you a certificate. Not only that, you will feel much happier after teaching them.
So, this is an appeal to all the youth, the students, like even if they want to have a certificate for their resume. So, please make an honest effort to make the difference in the lives of those children who don't have that opportunity or are blessed as you are. So, let's make an oath today that we will do, if possible, whatever we can do in our capacity. With that, thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. I'm really so happy to connect with you again and listen to your story, inspirational moments, and of course, this appeal part. We all will definitely, I'm sure people will listen and they will get in touch.
Thank you, Hina. God bless you.
Thank you so much. This was Mrs. Sona Kumar, lovingly known as Nani by all the kids she interacts with. Thank you so much, Nani.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
This is Mrs. Sona Kumar from Mumbai, India. 75 years young, and energy which did not seem to lose its sheen even when her situation was overwhelming. I would request all of you to kindly visit her website or any social media links shared to know more about her work. Her first concern, as we listened, was as to how to start social work, and it is so relevant, and I am sure many of us will be pondering over it. Knowing her and listening to her experience, we will get an idea as to how to start one. Do connect with her in case you would like to contribute, do something in the sector, or would like to start your own NGO. I'm sure it will give you some direction. Her genuine need to help paved way to spread so much happiness in the lives of many underprivileged kids. She wanted to change the mindset of the young kids who were poor, illiterate, and had no exposure to healthy, hygienic, and happy life. With each kid, slowly and steadily, her team is making the change. The work she's doing now seems to be very easy, but it was not so. Her grit was the only driving force wherein she wanted to do something for the kids and show them the right path. This helped her to move ahead in life. So let us join hands and keep this momentum on by being conscious about our own presence and contribute in whatever way we can, no matter how busy we are. Her vision to inspire youth to come forward and share their knowledge, time, and bring smile in kids' life. They need it and they deserve it too. The Sona Sarovar Trust believes in the motto that they strongly carry forward. What began with just a bowl of water is now a full fledged initiative to aid the underprivileged. There is so much happiness to share, and on that happy note, I would like to end today's episode. I sincerely wish we spend time to rebuild our society and spread happiness once again in whatever way we can. Hope to connect with you in my next episode with another amazing guest and their story. Till then, take care and be safe. Bye.